punched me in the nose. Well, duh. I punched them in the nose first, and I got hit back. Well, you can't bitch about getting hit in the nose because you hit them first. So you say, what did I do? Oh, maybe I should have probably phrased that differently. So there's always a reason for everything, and look for your reason of what you did to get that going in the first place and see if you can change something, okay? Number 2, stop impressing. We're trying to impress. Nobody likes you for your clothes, your car, your possessions, your title, or your accomplishments. Genuine relationships make you happier. You only form genuine relationships when you stop trying to impress people and be yourself. It's one of my favorite quotes in the world from one of the coolest doctors ever. Be who you are and say what you feel, because those that care don't matter, and those that matter don't care. Dr. Seuss. That was Dr. Seuss. Be yourself. Don't try to impress people. Be yourself. Whatever you feel good doing, be yourself. Stop clinging. When you're afraid and insecure, you hold on too tightly to what you know, even though it isn't particularly good for you. So you're hanging on to stuff because you're like, I just don't want change. So sometimes we hang on to something just because you don't want change. In reality, change is what you need. Yep. Change is what you should be going for. Because if you always do what you've always done, you're always going to get what you've always gotten. So if you don't like what you got to do something different. Okay, that's going to be a huge part of that is stop clinging on to what you already have and change something. If you want to do something different, get something different, change something. You got to let go. Okay? Stop interrupting. This is great, right? Everybody's always talk. So I've told this story many, many times about my wife. Everybody loves my wife. They think she's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Serena's married. She's like, oh, your wife is so great. Everybody meets her and they're like, oh, she's so great. Because my wife will ask you 50 questions, John, and she will look at you in the eye, and she pays attention, and she asks you additional engaging questions. She doesn't hardly say anything. And John's like, oh, she's so nice, because she listened to you. You like her because she listened to you, right? So when we talk and we interrupt people, let them talk. Start asking them questions. Let them say stuff. And when they say stuff, the consider's like, oh, I like that Russ guy. He listens to me. Right? Telling you. Okay? So stop interrupting, start listening. Here's a good one. Number 5, stop whining. You can either be a whiner or you can be a winner. Right? You hear the coach say that in the locker room. You can either be a whiner or you can be a winner. We're going to go out there, we're going to kick some butt. Okay, stop your whining. Your words have power, especially over you. So when you're whining about something, guess what? You get more of it. Isn't that great? You get more of it. So Byron, I don't like it when this happens. I don't like it when this goes. I don't like it. And you know what happens? You just keep getting more of it and more of it and more of it and more of it. And you're like, I don't understand what's happening. I just keep getting more of this crap. Well, I mean, the more you talk about it, the more you get. Because it's the law of the more. So you talk about good stuff, you get more good stuff. You talk about crappy stuff, you get more crappy stuff. And when you're whining, you're talking about crappy stuff, and you're putting out this energy saying, I am a crap magnet, bring it to me. I'm ready. Right? So we got to stop doing it. Stop controlling. The only thing you do control is you. So a lot of times people are like, well, how do I get them to do this? You can't. Trust me, I'm a certified personal trainer, and I can't make you do push-ups. I can knock you to the ground and make you get back up. So you got to leave the building at some point. You got to get up at least once. So I can knock you down, and you get back up at least once, but I can't make you keep getting back up and keep getting back up. I can't make you do the push-ups, right? The only person you can control is yourself. So for me, I know I've got to control what I do. So when we get in these real estate transactions, we get in these business transactions, I got to look at what can I control? I can control me. I can control my input. I can't control my output. Output comes from input. So people are trying to control the output. They're like, I'm trying to control the money in the bank. No, try to control the money that you don't have in the bank to get it into your bank. Right? Control the inputs. I can control how many pieces of marketing I send out. I can control how many calls I make. I can control how I follow up. I can't control what other people do. I can't make somebody buy a house, but I can certainly do the things that put me in the position so that they buy a house. Pretty cool, right? So control yourself first, okay? Number 7, stop criticizing. Yeah, you're probably more educated. Yeah, you're probably more experienced. Yeah, you've probably been around the block more times than most. Stop criticizing other people. So when you criticize other people, you're criticizing yourself. Right? I can't tell you how many realtors I get on the phone as a broker, right? And I get, I've been in the business for 30 years. Like, you did year 1 30 times over. You never got to year 2, 3, 4, 5. Or it's, hey, you've been in the business for 30 years. Well, heck, geez, you should know better than this by now, right? They're criticizing what everybody else is doing, and they're saying, I've been in business for so many years, and everybody else knows less than me. And that criticism usually tells me it's somebody that doesn't know what the heck they're talking about. So when I start hearing that, and hearing realtors criticizing, or business people criticizing other people, or people criticizing other people, I usually go, whoa, there's a flaw somewhere. Okay, 8, stop preaching. Criticizing has a brother. It's called preaching. They share the same father, which is judging. The higher you rise, the more you accomplish, the more likely you are to think you know everything. It's funny because when I started my first year as a real estate agent, I tell almost all new people, and some of you might have heard this one, your first year in real estate, you feel like you don't have a clue. You don't know anything. Your second year of real estate, you start feeling like you're kind of getting a feel for it, right? And by the end of your third year of real estate, you are firmly confident that you really don't know shit. Because it seems like every time you start doing it, you're like, oh my God, I don't know anything about that. Every week, somebody asks me a question, Allison, and I go, I have no clue what the answer to that is. So if you don't know it, I don't know it. Let's figure it out together. I don't know. We don't know everything. And so we can't tell people we know everything. Don't know everything. I'll tell you the first. I'll be the first one to tell you I don't know everything. I know a lot of cool stuff. I know a lot of weird stuff. But I don't know everything, and it's totally fine. Okay? But don't criticize, and don't judge, and don't preach your stuff, because it doesn't really matter to other people. Okay, number 9, to be happier, dwelling. Stop dwelling. Stop dwelling in the past. The past is very valuable. Your previous experiences are very valuable. They teach you sometimes what you should do more of, and they teach you sometimes what you should do a lot less of, right? That's both sides of that coin, right? Sometimes you look back and you're like, wow, that was a really good idea. And sometimes you look back and go, wow, that was a really stupid idea. What the heck was I thinking? All of those are just information. So stop dwelling on the past. Is there any time where you're like, I shouldn't have done that, 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 and you keep going over and over and over and over and over, and you're like, I wish I could do that too. Doesn't help you at all. Okay? What you need to focus on is, here's what I need to be doing now. So use it as information, and then make a decision to focus on what you want. Dwelling on the past doesn't help you. You only need to use it to say, okay, I don't want that, so I do want this. But you got to keep focused on what I do want, right? And Serena and I have been talking about that a ton. I got it. Yeah, okay, that's just noise. What do you want? And she's like, well, I want this. Okay, well, let's talk about that. We're going to talk about solutions. Last one, number 10, fearing. Big shock, okay? On the 25th, we'll go through more detail about this whole thing. So the difference between rich people and poor people, one of the differences between rich people and poor people is rich people are scared, just like you. The difference is what they do with it. A rich person doesn't let fear stop them. A good business person doesn't let fear stop them. A good husband doesn't let fear stop them. A good wife doesn't let fear stop them. It's what you do with it. Recognize it for what it is and still keep moving towards what you want. Fear, everybody has fear. I have fear. It happens, right? Heck, I got a little scared when we were doing the Triumph thing up in route number 5, and I'm like, holy crap, I can hit the ground. That's way the heck down there. Like these 2 little strings hanging from my thingaming, you know. Hooked in, right? Do you feel fear? Absolutely. But did I let it stop me? No. When my hand's getting squirrely, I'm like, oh crap, I'm losing it. I'm going to go down. Is that a little scary? Absolutely. Did I let it stop me? No. I was like, start giggling. Better climb faster, right? So don't let fear stop you. So when you find that you have a point of fear, look at it for what it is, choose what you want, and move forward. So there's 10 steps on how to live a happier life. Cool.
Could you